It's Friday, Friday, everybody knows that it's Friday, Friday. Friday, 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 round. Holy shit, I'm a fucking idiot. All right. Back in the meth end of town on the Dirty Pat Walsh channel on YouTube. It's fucking bright and sunny now. I don't want to... A, I don't want you to have to look at my pantry. And B, I don't want you to have to look at the fucking shining light out the window. I want you to look at me. Anyhow... yeah. It's Friday. Meth end of town. A lot of tomfoolery going on here. 3 minutes into this video and I haven't even fucking talked about anything yet. So, but I hope you're all doing good. And I'm okay. I lost something, and I'm looking for it. So if I look like I get kind of obsessive when I lose something. I don't lose things often. I misplace them sometimes, but I don't lose things. But anyhow, yes. It's Ace Frehley's birthday today. If you're a Kiss fan. I'm a Kiss fan. I love Kiss. Lots of stuff going down about that in the warehouse today. Lots of fucking amazing stuff going on in the Warehouse Strangers group right now, which is really great. Lots of positive energy, you know. We got a new saying, let the music rock and let the drama walk, you know what I mean? But yeah, I was on another group this morning talking about I was in the warehouse talking about this band I grew up in Oakville with, this band called Hype. They were a couple years older than me. They were like a hardcore band, and what we called hardcore in the 80s, you know, not the fucking bullshit it is today. They were okay. I remember all the local Oakville punks fucking hated on them. I don't know why. Like, you know, I had a Hype t-shirt, and like if I wore it, I was like laughed at by my punk friends, you know what I mean? But I didn't get it. I thought they were okay. I had their album, Life is Hard and Then You Die. And it was, I was mainly a cassette guy as a teenager, right? Like I only had a tape player. So it's funny, I listen to my tapes on the same thing I did back then as I do today. A mono tape player. Little mono tape player. Love it. I'm a big fan of the mono sound. I didn't have many LPs, but this album was only released on vinyl, so I had to buy it on vinyl. And the only record player I had was my mother's stereo. And so if I wanted to listen to it, I had to listen to it on her stereo. So one day I wanted to listen to it, and she insisted on listening to it with me. And 30 seconds into the record, she confiscated it from me and burned it. Put it in the fire. Because I don't know why. Can't even understand the lyrics, but whatever. She didn't like that I was a punk rock. There are no photographs of me from, I think there's a couple of childhood photographs of me, but from basically age 11 on till I was, there's not one existing photograph of me from when I was 11 until I was in my 20s. That my family has, because my mother refused to take pictures of me because I was a scumbag little punk rocker, and she didn't want me to embarrass the family that way. So it is what it is. And she used to do that to me often. She would confiscate things, like she'd go in my room and find something. If she found something that said fuck on it or something, I had a lot of very political stuff, and if she found any of that shit, like, that was gone. You know, my mother owned a printing she still owns a printing shop, and I used to publish my fanzine out of pocket at the copy stores, or use my stepfather's photocopier or whatever the fuck I could do to do it. But one time when she first opened her shop, I thought, well, I'll get my mom to do it, because that's what she does. She runs a copy shop, basically. So I was going to pay her for it. I made a deal with her for it, for like 100 copies, blah, blah, this, that, and third. And she came home and she had 10 copies of it for me, and she threw them at me. And she's like, don't ever ask me to publish this bullshit for you again, you know. And it's because I had like an anti-fur coat ad for a rally that was coming up in it. But kind of smacked her in the face at one point, because I was a real shitty student in high school. I fucking hated high school, you know what I mean? And I did good in English. I did good in art and music, but not great. But I fucking hated high school. And what I learned in high school isn't what I learned in the classes. You know what I mean? It's what I learned at the smoking doors, basically. And so in one of my courses, we had to write an essay on, there was cruise missile testing going on over Alberta at the time. And I was heavily involved in an activist group against that, called Act Against Disarmament. And, there was a published monthly newspaper that I got every month, this, that. Probably the best reference I could get on this essay was from these papers, you know what I mean? Like, more information than I could ever get from my school library. There was no internet at the time. You know, I had the best, I could get an A+ on this paper. I knew it. So I came home to write the paper, went to go get all my political newspapers out, and they were all gone. And my mother had just completed burning them in the fire. And, after I got her fucking lecture about it, I said, well, those were going to be resource papers for an essay I had to have to write in high school. And it's the one thing I could have got an A on this year, but I can't now. So I still did pretty good on it, but you get my point. Don't burn your kids' shit. I would never burn. One of my kids came home with a funny haircut, or a record I didn't like, or fucking whatever. I'd say, fucking do it. More power to you, You got to be who you're going to be, you know. You got to do what you're going to do. And you should encourage your children, not discourage them, you know. That's what I think. That's my big philosophical thought of the day. Encourage the children. You know, otherwise you end up a fucking recovering alcoholic, drug addict, fucking guy like me. Yeah, so let the music rock, let the drama walk. You know what I mean? But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have the house to myself for the weekend, so I can make a bloody hell of a racket if I want. So we might be doing some of that later. We'll see what goes on. But I hope you're all well, being good, being you. Check out Bone Daddy's channel. Check out Mirkwood Recordings. Check out Warehouse of Strangers Radio on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram at Dirty Pat Walsh. And I'll see you all later. I hope you're all good. And yeah.